Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. Welcome to rainy UK. I am just having a little wander down the streets that I'm on. I had to go out because I wanted to actually send off a parcel. Because of course I've sold a few more items on eBay to be able to afford some different tech and to fund my eco PC and stuff I'm doing. It's always going to be the same. I will always have to do this. I will always slowly sell off items that I no longer use or aren't part of any projects I'm working on, so that I can afford other items. At the moment the money is going towards the eco PC, the PC without a graphics card in, to see just how much you can do with a desktop PC with an APU. Oh. Interesting. No, I will need to know. I don't know where he's going. I'll go this way. But while I'm out here, you know, I never used to go to the actual post office. I used to just have couriers, even for letters. I couldn't leave my house because leaving the house normally is a major thing, but now I've got the mobility scooter, I can leave the house because this is my mobile safe space. Just have to be very careful because it's quite a squishy vehicle, and I'm not as squishy as a bike, but I am squishy. And so I have to be aware of everything both on the road and on the pavement. Last time I went out on my way home, I made a mistake. I almost ran into someone. I knew I was tired because I had been to Trenton Gardens and I was pretty much worn out completely by the time I got... And I was just on the last leg of the journey where I go near where I live and where I do all that. I don't need to leave that on there. Quite rainy out there. And I came out of it was only about 5-10 minutes after I had just got my stuff ready for thingy. I was leaving the park. And in fact, I'll show you what happened when we get there, because we'll be going the same place. Well, first of all, but there was people walking up a street, and as per usual, they weren't looking. And I was coming out of the thingy place. I'll show you when we get there anyway. So we're just going to head up into the park to take apart what happened. No damage was done, and the person wasn't hurt in any way, shape or form. It just was an event that I want to make sure doesn't happen again. I can't, for example, let's say I'm going along here and a kid runs out of its garden straight in front of me, and it's a complete blind spot and there's no way for me to see. There's nothing I can do, just like a car. There's nothing you can do in those situations. This vehicle can stop as soon as thingy, but I was kind of distracted by something that I face every time I go out. So we'll get up into here and go over to the fountain bar, and so we can explore that. Wait for him to go past. Okay, we can make it. So we'll head over there. As you know, from all my driving on here and everything you've seen, I have never hit anybody. I've never even come close to it. I am very good at what I do on this. But I had been out for almost 3 hours, 3.5 hours on that journey. And I stopped recording about a half an hour beforehand because I was just worn out. And that's the point in time where I have to focus on the driving, and it's the hard part of the journey. It's the part of the journey that wears me out fully. It's just that my mental bandwidth has gone. I've talked all about all I want to talk. I've had a wonderful part-time at Trentham Gardens. I've explored all the stuff. I've done all those wonderful things that make me happy and have a positive effect on my depression and everything. It's a wholly good event. And so I was coming back here this way, as you know, we go along here, we go all the way along here. As you know, I don't race around. Now, there's a part we come to that is what I call threading the needle. And I've usually turned off the video before we get there, but I'm going to show you it. So, we come over here usually, we go to this point here. I wasn't going to go out today, but when the item sold, I thought, if I send it off today, the person who... I always feel like if someone buys something that I'm selling, I want to make sure they get it in good condition. And I don't, just like me, I don't like waiting for stuff on eBay and stuff like that. One of the reasons I like to use Amazon, because it's its next day delivery, so whenever someone buys something, and I never sell anything for profit, I always sell it for about as much as it's worth, and I make sure that it's a good experience for the buyer. Just the way I am. So, we go down here. Rainy UK. So, we're going to come up to it soon. The point I call, it's usually around this fountain though I shut down the video, so you never really see it from this point of view. So, and I've noticed a kind of blindness that a lot of pedestrians have, not just on roads but on driveways and things and places where other people can come out, because you've seen people with pushchairs pushing them around this place, people with bikes go through here, and so on. So it's not like I'm the only person they'll see. And the thing about all of these things is they're pretty silent. So, I'll wait for that person to go through. Now the rain doesn't make it as easy to see, but at this end there is only a single gateway open. Now that gateway is about 1 centimetre wider than this vehicle. That's why I call it threading the needle. Now as you can see from this angle, I have no visibility for what's on the other side of that. No visibility at all. No matter how slow I go through there, or how fast I go through, I have no visibility of anyone coming around that corner. And so, some people, from what I understand, were walking up quite briskly. They're there, and I just came through here. And I usually go through here quite, not fast, but about 3-4 miles an hour, just to make sure I don't hit anything on either side. There. And the only when I've passed through that point can I see, and they were already right in front of me. So that's where I wouldn't even class it as a hit, because I took my hand off the accelerator as soon as I saw them, and it just sort of rolled into the person's leg. They had shorts on. And so yeah, it's not the easiest thing to see when someone's actually going to come in there if they don't watch what they're doing. So I don't know, I don't think there's any way I could have actually done any better than I did. It shook me up a little bit, it did. As you can see, wonderful rain. Thankfully, there's not many places like that where I go with my vehicle. But I have noticed this thing where people don't look where they're going. They think the pavements are so safe that they walk across driveways where I've seen cars pull out and people just be hit by them and that, because they just walk straight into them because they don't think they're there. It's almost like they're comatose. I don't know whether I should go anywhere. I don't know whether I'm just wandering back and forward now. But yeah, it bothered me a bit, that did. But looking at it and looking at the fact that you can't basically, as soon as you're approaching it, you cannot see what's on the other side until you pass by. I don't think there's another way I could have coped with it. And this is the same kind of problem that people who push chairs or wheelchairs have. You've got this device that can be 3-4 foot in front of you, and you've got no easy thing of it. Is it worth me going? You know what? I'm just thinking. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I want to do a long wall. I came out, but I am tired because I've done a lot today. But they've finally sorted out this road. They've finally finished the road. The road has been finished. So what I might do, I don't have they're just about finishing it. As you can see, there's still some road works around, but most of it isn't. I might go down I'm thinking, I wonder if the dog deserves a treat. I could buy the dog a meat and potato pie from the Wright's Pie shop down here, because they're pretty good in there, and they'll understand that I want to make an order from just outside the shop. I think we can do this. But I don't usually cross over here, but we're going to... Oh, they've installed a set of pelican crossings here. Really nice. I'm impressed. Thank you. So, I love this canopy. This canopy is amazing. I mean, it's pretty much pouring down outside, as you can tell. I love the sound of rain on this canopy as well. It's like sitting outside under an awning with the rain and there. It's kind of nice. So if I stop at the... Make sure no one's coming this way, no one's going that way. See, they've done new pavement here. This pavement is now a joy to travel on for this vehicle. It is gorgeous to travel on. The roads are really well done. They've still got to pick up their traffic cones. So I can take a little tiny bit of money out. So I'm going to stop it here. I'll say bye bye for